What's up? This is Ben from WODprep. I'm here with the movement doctor and WODprep coach, CJ DePalma, and today we are going to help you increase your chances of getting a strict pull-up. So, getting a strict pull-up involves all kinds of different things. We have lots of videos out there for it, but if you want a completely free training guide, go to wodprep.com/pullups, where you can actually get a free strict pull-up training guide that's gonna go with this video. But today is all about giving you a few specific drills and kind of like hacks, I guess you could say, that can help increase the chances of you doing a strict pull-up. The first one is all about how we hold onto the bar. CJ, what's up with that?
Over the years of CrossFit, I've altered my grip. I started kind of in the fingertips and then I worked to getting my knuckles over the bar. And what I see the biggest struggle is with people grabbing the bar with their fingertips here, okay, kind of like this claw grip. Well, we know that with the gymnastics, one, range of motion is big. So if we have to pull to here, it's much further than pulling to our palm, right?
Yeah.
So just range of
It's
motion.
just a few inches of difference.
But that's
right?
it's a big difference.
Yeah.
That can definitely make the biggest change. So instead of grabbing onto the bar with our fingertips, we want to grab onto the bar with this pad. All right, so we call this the pad of our fingers and put that right on top of the bar, okay? So the knuckles are pointing straight up.
I like to tell athletes that basically the calluses you have right here, those should be just on top of the bar. Perfect. Right? Yeah, I don't necessarily want to smash them and pinch them on the bar, right, but I don't want to have them below the bar. I want to have the calluses right on top of the bar, and that's going to put me in an advantageous position. So you can see here in the video, I'm just doing a couple different comparisons. One, I'm barely holding onto the bar. This is that claw grip that CJ talked about. It's very common. It's probably the least painful, I will admit, and that's why a lot of people default to it. But if you're shaving your calluses, you're watching our other video, hint, hint, about how to take care of your hands. Hopefully we can link that somewhere on this screen. Click that and make sure you watch that. It's a great video. But if you learn to actually get your knuckles above the bar, it's almost like a false grip. It's more false grippy, if you will.
False grippy, I like that.
False grip-esque. If you become more false grip-esque and get those knuckles above the bar, you will be in a more advantageous position. And you might actually feel like you're recruiting more muscles and the right muscles to get that chin over the bar finally. All right, so next, it's another tip about grip, but this time it's about width?
Right, yeah. So we see a lot of people, more so males, try and grip the bar wider. Maybe that Globo gym style grab, so they're really wide. Yeah, the prism pull-up, there we go. So this is gonna make our lats really long, okay? And it's not really gonna put us, again, in an advantageous position to create the most power. Then what we see with a lot of females is a very narrow grip. And this, again, is just putting us in a really, really extended position, and it's not giving us the kind of the mobility for us to create a downward pull and a downward moment, and it's just harder.
I'll also see a lot of people when they do that grip specifically, they just are dead hanging, right? Yeah. So not only is their grip really lame, they're just sitting there and they're just totally disengaged all throughout their upper back and their shoulders. They're just like hanging there dead. All that weight is resting on their shoulders instead of actually being active. Yep. So what's the fix? What do we do? Do we just play around with our grip?
We can definitely play around with the grip, but I definitely think there's a good way to do it. And it's gonna be right over the shoulders or right outside the shoulders. It's gonna put us in the most biomechanically advantageous position to engage the lats, the rhomboids, the biceps, and it's gonna give us the most optimal mobility to get our chin over the bar as well. When we're too close, it's really hard for us to get our shoulders in a good position and really just pull up over the bar.
If you're really tight and you have a close grip, you'll have a tendency to be like this, right? And you can hardly even get full range of motion. Yep. Those are two tips about your grip and how to change it to increase your chances of a pull-up. The last thing we want to talk about in this video has to do with your warm-up.
Right.
So what are we gonna do with this?
First, we're gonna warm up with a PVC pipe or dowel lat pull down. So dowel is gonna go through the band, and Ben is gonna get into a seated position with his legs long. All right, so his hands are a little wide. We wanna bring him in just a little bit, our normal pull-up position. And he's gonna pull, keeping the band very close to his face, pulling right to his chest, almost like a chest to bar strict pull-up. The biggest thing we wanna do is we wanna make sure we're not arching our back, leaning back away. We want to create a good vertical pull on the bar or on the dowel to mimic the pull-up. So we're pulling straight up and down, pulling all the way to our chest, and then repeating. So this is a good warm-up to get that range of motion and train us to actually pull full and get some strength at the top end of that pull. And then next, what we're gonna do is what's called a supinated banded chin-up. So chin-up and supinated grip are basically the same thing. It means palms are gonna be facing you.
If you don't know what supinated means, this is an insider hack. Pronated is just the opposite of supinated. Supinated, you can carry soup in your hands. See the bowls they make? You'll never forget it.
Never forget it. That's how I learned it before doctor school. Ben's gonna hop up and he's gonna grab with the supinated grip. He's gonna come down, he's just gonna do some pull-ups here. Again, the supinated grip gives us a more biomechanically advantageous position by shortening the lats. It technically makes us stronger when the muscle is in a shorter position, and the band obviously is assisting us. So it's a good way to prime the muscles, to get the body ready to start that vertical pull, and for you to get your first strict pull-up.
Sometimes I see people just try to hop on the bar and pull themselves up. If you do a warm-up similar to this, just some lat pull downs, really easy, you don't need a fancy lat pull down machine. Also hit some banded chin-ups or supinated pull-ups, whatever you want to call them. You're training the muscles, you're activating the muscles that you should be using for a true unassisted pull-up. So we're kind of saying, hey, you, wake up, let's do some pull-ups, and you're gonna be ready to go in your workout.
Yep.
All right, so I hope that you like this video. I hope that these tips can help you increase your chances of getting that first set of 5 unbroken strict pull-ups. If you need more help and you want the free training guide associated with this video, go to WODprep.com/pullups, where you can get a free strict pull-up training guide. It's called the Ultimate Guide to Strict Pull-Ups, actually. Last but not least, thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to hit subscribe. We got all kinds of cool videos coming on the way from this specific location. And last but not least, the question of the day is, who is your favorite celebrity CrossFit athlete? So if you watch the CrossFit Games or you watch YouTube, all kinds of different places you can find CrossFit athletes, who is your celebrity CrossFit crush? For me, I gotta go with Frazier, and I know that's super cliche, but he just doesn't care about anyone's opinion, and he just goes out and hustles. So I'm a big fan of Matt Frazier, just because of his attitude. I know a lot of people don't like his attitude, but I personally just think he shuts up and he does the work.
Yeah, he sure does.
How about you?
It's gotta be Samantha Briggs.
Samantha Briggs.
Yeah, she's an all-time favorite.
And you've trained with her before?
I have. I've been very fortunate, so I'm a little biased, but she's an animal.
Awesome.
She's the engine.
So who's your CrossFit crush? Maybe we'll get him on the show one day. Peace.